Hello and good morning, everyone. I've only done a little bit today on my walk down, but let's have a look. So we're going to go up to the nearby shop, which is just up there, and then we're going to come back on the other side and go all the way up the road to one of my more familiar spots for some of you. So yeah, I've already done one bag, but I cleaned up a little bit of fly tipping, so I'm not going to count that as a full bag. Just because, you know, it wasn't really my efforts. It was just a bag full of frozen food that someone dumped at a bus stop. I mean, you know, why anyone would decide to, why anyone would just dump a bag of frozen food at the bus stop that is perfectly fine to eat. I mean, I haven't done this for weeks, so it's been quite bad all the way on the way down anyway. So yeah, apologies for not uploading for the last couple of weeks. So I've been uploading every 2 weeks. There's been all sorts of holidays, you know, things I couldn't control. Just, yeah, life really got in the way. But I'm happy to be back, happy to be picking again, and just, yeah, happier in general. As some of you may notice, I've already got my litter hoop. There are some pics where I decide not to take my litter hoop. There we go, fresh banana. Those are when I'm on the way somewhere, so for example I just pick my way to the shops, but it's quite a sheltered place, so I don't really need a litter hoop. Whereas this road that we're currently on is really quite bad in terms of wind, because it's quite open. So I tend to bring a hoop on this one when I come and plan to do a proper pick, like today. I know someone else has already picked halfway down here, so when we get to the roundabout up here, I'll quickly do the roundabout, and then we're going to turn around and head back the other direction on the other side of the road. I am being a bit naughty because I'm using the verge, and I really should be facing traffic, but you know, can't win them all. Although I feel quite safe, to be fair, walking on the verge here, because it's not a particularly fast road. It's only a 40, which isn't too bad. Yeah. Some people complained about the audio in the last video. This should be slightly better, or slightly closer to me in terms of everything. Yeah. Lots of these McDonald's spots of sauce, which is interesting. Any updates since my last video? I can't recall any. No, I don't think there has been. I don't know. No, I can't recall any major updates. There's a bit of graffiti I want to try and tackle up here, but I don't know if it's going to come off. I might have to come back with some graffiti go. If you haven't watched that video, it is in the top corner now. Yeah. This is a spot with all the graffiti. I don't think I'm going to be able to, but I can try. That one's off, like. Huh? If you're wondering what these are Urban Hygiene's graffiti removal wipes. As you can see, it's just coming off. I'm not sponsored by Urban Hygiene, but yeah, I will only use products I would use myself and recommend. So there you go. I may change over wipe in a sec. Clean off the top a little bit. There we go. Can you see that? Lovely stuff. Straight off. Right. Let's get the next wipe. Let's do the same for that one. Oh, we've got two here. That should be enough, to be fair. To finish the job. Okay. Right, I'll catch up with you in a sec. So there you go, guys. That is so much better than it was. This is all going to dry now and it will make it look basically new. And there you go, that was what I was using, the Urban Easy Off Graffiti Removal Wipes. Pick up yours for yourself. So we're on the roundabout now. And yeah, we just need to pack up all this stuff. These roundabouts just get so messy because once it's in the roundabout, it kind of doesn't flow anywhere. Doesn't look too safe, that. And it's always nice to have a nice clean roundabout, really. Glass bottles on roundabouts are a big problem, because what if your roundabout's on fire? You know? No one thinks about that these days, though. If I was sponsoring this roundabout, I really would, you know, be concerned I'm collecting so much rubbish from it. I mean, I don't know how often the council maintain them, but I'm guessing it's not very often. Just a quick inspection for graffiti, see none, and the paper. These are the odd things we find on the roundabout, you know? Lovely stuff. When I can get across, I can get across. This is the mess from the outer petrol station. The store just don't seem to really care about it. You know, you can complain as many times as you like, but they don't care. I mean, I hope this kind of raises a little bit of a notice for it, because it's a mess, quite frankly. And you know, it shouldn't be volunteers' jobs to go and clean it up, because they want their communities to look nice and clean. Maybe that's my rant over for today, but you know what I mean. Although it's saying that it is reasonably clean today. I mean, you know, it's all these plastic gloves from the petrol station. That's a big contributing factor to all this litter. Honestly, it's a lot cleaner than it was yesterday. But I did talk to the guy who was litter picking ASDA's car park and told him that, you know, it was a problem. So I don't know if that has had an effect. I guess we'll have to see, won't we, whether it stays that clean. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's gonna happen. But why not get rid of plastic gloves? Why not have like a biodegradable towel? Make people bring their own even. You know? Why are we in this day and age where you need a single-use plastic item for your petrol station pump to fill up your car? Look, there's another one. Ah, another one. Oh, another one. I'm hoping that someone at ASDA will see this, because, you know, this was picked yesterday. You can see some bags up here by someone else. And, you know, that's from less than 12 hours ago. And it's already building up again. Looks ridiculous, and I hope ASDA will be shamed into doing something about it. We've talked to ASDA about coin locks, and they said it's purely down to store management to secure their trolleys, which is ridiculous because I just don't really care that much. As you can see, 2 bags, and they put a gold whip there. That's like your nitrous oxide, if you've not seen it. There you go, nitrous oxide. So yeah, it looks like someone's found that, because yesterday I put the bags up like that. So, okay, I'm going to clean this bin now, and I'll get back to you guys in a minute. As you can see, guys, we're back on the move. I couldn't quite get that graffiti off, but I do know the bins are due to be replaced shortly, so I'm not too worried about it. I believe the council are going with a metal bin, and that will just help a million times. We're going to clean this, not clean it, chop back this foliage from this sign, so people can read it, you know. There we go, 100 times better. can now see the sign. My work here is done. To be fair, I've only got a little bit further to go now. I'd say like 100 odd meters. Actually, maybe it's about 500. Never mind. It's fine. It's only like 4 o'clock, so we've almost done a full bag here. You'll probably want to know what it looks like. We just clean. Let's give you a quick look. There you go. Lovely and clean. Superb. That's it. Let's cross back over. Clean up all this.
So,
have a quick look in here. This is usually quite bad, but it's quite nice today. That's good. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy this, but there are some points where you just kind of think to yourself, what's the point when I know full well tomorrow that someone's going to drop glitter? It's just a never-ending cycle. If people would just be a bit more careful with the way they do it, if councils were to issue more fines, I think all of this would have some effect. It's just a shame that they all don't seem to want to. We continue. What I think annoys me the most is when people chuck it out the window, because it just didn't need to be chucked out your window, did it? You could carry a little bag in your car, you could put it in. I reckon this is where most of this has come from, it's being chucked out of windows. I won't ever know for sure, but you know, you get those feelings, don't you? Right, I reckon the next couple of bits should be quite quick, just because I have gone over it already. I'm not expecting to find much, if anything, at all. A little bit further. A little bit further. There you go, there's some plastic gloves. Look how far that's got. Okay. more McDonald's spots everywhere you look. Nerf gun bullets. I could have probably started my own jumble sale by now. Yeah. If you have any ideas on what I could do, I know there's some litter picking bingos out there. I'm tempted to try one of them. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. I'm gonna go quiet now, and yeah, catch up with you in a bit. There we go. As you can see, the top's not great because it's this weird, like, rough plastic, but the smooth plastic has come up very nicely. Let's move on, shall we? There we go. Almost. I hope I can take over on the other side. I'll just quickly check on that one. So if not, I still have time to cross. Right, there we go. So we're back on it. Did a bit of cutting back for some street sign back there. Yeah, basically that. So that's all you need to know. What else? Well, there's not been much of it. Yeah, basically that's it. I am going to then cross over onto this roundabout once I can see, because the roundabout is always a mess. And of course we walk anti-clockwise. Just so we don't get hit by cars. And we face the direction of traffic in the UK as we all drive on left side of the road. Best moving. Have a look at this road sign. So I cleaned a bit of graffiti off it. Just need to check. Well, I mean, it's alright. Perfect. Lovely stuff. Right, we now need to cross back over and do the other side. Oh. Had to do a bit of an improv at the bottom. Improv base. Can't quite see. I'll let these people go. And I'll look at the corner. There we go. There's a few bits. I'm going to leave that there. I don't want to drag it through this because this does have like prickly bits. I'm going to rip the bag open at the bottom. Could put some like flower beds or something here, shouldn't they? Just to kind of spruce up the area a little bit. But whether they're going to do that, I haven't the slightest. In my experience, they won't. But I mean, if some local business wanted to get involved, I'm sure that they'd probably make it happen. So, where is everyone watching from? I'm in the UK, just about half an hour outside of London. I know some of you watch Chile and Gerard. Unfortunately, I live too far away from them to even try and make a video possible. But yes, I do know that they have channels as well, and I am supporters of their channels. I know there's also Keep It Clean, I believe is what they're called, what he's called. It's another guy in London. I just realised I got this bag completely wrong. There we go. That's the bag done. That's a dog poop. And we continue. So I reckon this bag is going to be my last today. I'm kind of hungry and it's 5 o'clock, so I probably need to pop home and pop some tea on. I have to get my bus home, and yeah, that's good leaf. There's a little bit of stuff that I'm going to trim up here. It's overhanging on the pathway. Other than that, I think that is it for today. I'll catch up with you once I pop this bag the head bin. Christ. That means my bag bottom is open a bit more now. It's still working. So I'm not too bothered by that. There we go guys, that's the last bag for today. So that was 2 bags today. Yeah, thanks for watching.